is it now? It's got a few. I'll talk about it during the show. The new advanced warfare. Okay, well, let's talk about it a little bit during the show because I have a video or two to show. In the meantime, maybe somebody will show up, maybe somebody won't. How will I know? I got to put this somewhere where I will see it. I'll shove it down here, just in case somebody contacts me. Actually, I should technically be able to hear it because I'm not on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, okay, good. Volume's up. We're ready to roll. Okay, here we go. Yeah. It's November 9th, 2014, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to episode, what are we, 449 episodes of Mods on Air, bringing you the week in gaming news. I used to be an avid modder. Even have a couple books out there for like Quake 4, Half-Life 2, that kind of stuff, and lots of tutorials. But since then, I have become a developer of sorts. I actually get paid to make games and other kind of applications, so that's where this perspective's coming from. I like to keep up on the news, so I thought I'd show you the news today. And yes, a little bit of a different intro. Why? Because my cohorts, they ain't there. They missing. So they decided to call out sick or something. So I am going to try and bring you the week in gaming news. Might be a little bit short, but you're welcome to tell me where I've gone wrong if you send a mail over to mailbag@modsonair.com. And you're welcome to join in on the chat. Hopefully I won't be offensive to you, but if I am, just know that it's possible. I am an adult, and you should be one too. All right. So we have some things going on in the gaming news. Let's start off with, I'm going to get to Call of Duty in a little bit. Obi-Wan wants to talk about the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. But I wanted to mention a little bit about how Xbox is going through their growing. I want to say growing pains, but I don't know how much of a pain it is. Xbox One plans on upgrading their processor in order to give you not necessarily a better machine, but one that's cheaper to build. And in the end, it will possibly be cheaper for you to purchase. So that's the idea. It's going to become a little bit more affordable. I got to post these show topics as we go along too. So, is that true? I mean, why can't they just stick with the processor that they already have? Why do they need to upgrade? If they stick with the processor they have, why doesn't it automatically become cheaper? Doesn't the processor become cheaper as it becomes older? So I'm not exactly sure how coming up with a cheaper processor becomes less expensive, but they plan on going with an AMD design, and I kind of think that that's what they already had previously. But in the end, we're talking about an Xbox One that's going to be priced out at $349 for the holidays. I don't know what it's going to be coming with. Originally, it had to come with the Kinect. I'm sure they're yanking the Kinect out of there because it's no longer required. And I don't know what other services you're going to have. So remember, without that Kinect, you're not going to be able to talk to it. And that was one of the things to go. AMD is almost bankrupt, is it? I mean, there's really, when you think about it, there's only 2 chips out there. And AMD, how can AMD go bankrupt? It cannot, unless they're doing something really stupid. Because AMD owns that whole video card series of things. I don't like them personally. I prefer to go with the NVIDIA, Intel. But AMD is cheaper, usually with a little bit more boost. The problems that I've had are unique to my kind of business. I do some video rendering and that kind of stuff, and sometimes the video rendering actually errors out on the AMD chips, and I've found that they do not when you're working with the Intel, so I always stick with the Intel. It doesn't let me down. Their stock went crazy down, huh? Yeah, well, Intel's up there. I wonder why AMD's hurting. They have a lot of chips for the processors, and I know for the video cards. So I am surprised to see that or hear that. And I always thought they're doing well. I mean, we're talking about all these consoles, so that means the consoles must be dying too. If the consoles aren't selling, then AMD's stock would go down. That's the way I would think of it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that and find out what's going on with AMD. I didn't hear that they were dying out there. But one of the things that is helping out with the Xbox One is definitely going to be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I mean, we're talking about Xbox One and PlayStation 4 was originally having some sort of a rocky start, they're saying, but that's because they were having some issues with its launch. Let's see what we have here. We have there are some comparisons of what's going on. We have Kevin Spacey. You know what? I'm going to jump. They talk about how Kevin Spacey, famous actor, is now still dropping the stock. How Kevin Spacey is he is a very good actor, but Conan did a review of the game here, and I wanted to play that review here and point out a couple of things about Advanced Warfare. I keep wanting to say Warfighter for some reason, but it's Warfare. So here comes Clueless Gamer's Conan's review of the game.
Hey, Conan O'Brien here for another Clueless Gamer. Ladies and gentlemen,
he is a pretty good actor in general, and I'm glad he did it right in the game.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Take the phone off the hook. No one does that anymore.
A couple of cheesy comments in there from Conan, but that's who he is.
I'm trying to say this is a big deal. Joining me now is my gaming pal, Mr. Aaron Blair.
Hello, sir. I like your shirt. I didn't know you stacked towels
At a high-end spa. You look really nice.
Thank you.
Where are we now?
We're now at 2053. This is Advanced Warfare, so we're going to see a lot of weapons that don't actually exist. One of the most exciting things about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is the exosuit. We get to wear kind of a robot exoskeleton.
There's one flaw with the suit. There's no air in it.
This is finally starting to sink in. That's what we signed up for.
That's our buddy. So North Korea has invaded South Korea. We're headed into Seoul, South Korea to fight against the North Koreans.
Why are we getting involved? It's not our war.
I'm not sure.
Again, why does America always have to jump in?
It's funny that as you watch this,
well, good luck, South Korea.
that this game is the reason why Call of Duty is now on call for the U.S. government to tell them
We're in a
how
pod that's being shot
to
out
predict future war.
There we are.
We're in that pod.
Yeah, we're in a pod.
Oh! Our ship just got hit. This is a bad plan. Who thought of this plan?
Oh no! No, hit X, X, this one. Hit that. Hit
Doesn't
the
every futuristic war start out with a pod and a ship above you blowing out?
Get open!
Yeah.
Whoa! Which button gets me out of here? What's the go back home and go to law school button?
You want to go inside the building there?
Oh, this.
Yeah, where's this? Oh my God.
What? I forget how to move.
Yeah, no, that's good. Just press forward. All right, just kind of step out into the doorway and shoot him.
Why would I step out into the gunfire? Is that a laser from a gun or is someone making like a presentation?
All right, shoot those guys. LT, hold LT, and then press RT. Yep.
I killed 2 guys!
Yeah.
Can I go home now?
No.
Walk forward.
Oh man. Do you want?
now I start to hear people speaking.
Yeah.
I know North Korean. Can I talk to them? You know what North Korean sounds like? South Korean with a Boston accent. Sweet acidophilus!
Go over to the band Double Tap A.
Yeah.
So double tap A for the boost jump, which is double jumping now.
This is a drone swarm. It's a bunch of drones.
What do I do?
Run up to that truck.
I got over the truck!
Hit X, hit X, hit X. I'm in the turn. Now shoot at the big drone swarm. Up, here it comes, here it comes.
See, watching him play this, where he's shooting at the drone storm, turn us down. Wow, this guy. It makes me think that it doesn't matter how good you are at shooting. Either way, you're going to win.
Fantastic! That was the greatest feeling I've ever experienced. And I've watched 2 of my children be born. Oh, God. There's more to do?
Yeah, oh, yeah, this is just the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, first 5 minutes!
All right, there's the ship. There's the ship.
You gotta blow that up?
So Will Irons, your best friend, is going to give him the charges that we picked up.
Give me a charge.
Who the
I
charges?
kind of wonder if this part's a spoiler.
His arm's
But-
stuck.
We should leave him. No, I'm leaving you. How do I leave him right now?
See, now they're going to be doing these cinematic presentations, which do look very good. And I think Obi-Wan was talking about how, I think he mentioned some in the chat anyway, how good they were. But
I don't like the way he's looking at me.
some of the stuff going on in here is some of the stuff we've complained about, or I've heard other people complain about with previous games, where it's just an interactive video. You have to press a button to do something, press a button to do something. Here's another one. I understand that they're trying to unfold a story here,
Hold X to pay respects?
Hold X to pay respects.
That's crazy.
To me, that is just
a button for
too
here, 'cause
far.
I thought I might meet somebody.
Really? I have to hold X to pay my respects at a funeral in order to proceed? I wonder what happens if I don't press X
Hold
in time.
X to pay respects. Should I do it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is a really emotional moment for me.
See, exactly. He's explaining that way. He's explaining what's going on in my head. Oh, emotional. Great. I'm paying him. I really care at this point. That's so that kind of thing bothers me about what's going on with the Call of Duty series. The rest of it, I got to admit, it does look good. Does it play well?
The widow? What if I go up to the widow? Who's that guy?
Probably a pretty good single-player
It's a beet farm. Look at his hands in bright red.
experience.
Is the widow going to recognize me? Deal with me. Is there a button that says, well, I guess you're single now? Okay, this is the creepiest thing I've ever done.
Excuse me, Private Mitchell.
Oh my God, it's Kevin Spacey!
I'm sure you're Bill's best friend.
And you're Kevin Spacey!
He plays Jonathan Irons, the head of a private military.
Here's your Kevin Spacey
This is
thing.
hard.
This is Camp David. We're on a mission now for Alice. They have recruited us and given us a robot arm.
Oh, I have a robot arm now.
Yeah. Oh, don't run up there. Those are bad guys.
Oh, you didn't tell me
You
that!
think he's a...
Yep, there
Every
you
shot
go.
is good? Okay.
Tell me they were bad.
I'll take your word for it, because a lot of it's taken over from your first-person perspective, so it's not necessarily
Camp David.
What's happening?
Yep. That's the
director's
trees.
point.
That's the sky. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah! Where's the president?
Wondering how long the single-player campaign is, and I'm trying to look that up really quick, and I can't find it anywhere.
I'm going in.
Oh, 5 to 6 hours? Wait,
Nice.
I just saved the president.
That was
Did you
awesome.
see that?
That was awesome. We need to escape.
wait, don't
the
expect it to
president.
end after 5 to 6
All
hours.
right. Run to the Humvee. Run to the Humvee. Press X.
Expect it to be longer.
Oh, the hand. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So it'll be longer than 5 to 6 hours. So you got to decide, if you're buying this for the single-player campaign, do you want to spend $60, $70
Excuse for equipment flavor.
for...
Oh,
Comes in a little longer,
training
8 hours.
exercise. Oh, look.
This is Armstrong.
It might be worth it. I don't know.
That arm's worth more to
Feels
me than
that's
this
good.
entire facility.
Can't they fix his eyes?
See, that's also another
Give me a
thing.
new hand. Can't they give Kevin Spacey eyes that actually
He's got a good
have life
point.
in them?
Why do his eyes look so lifeless? I mean, they did a very good job in modeling and putting together the faces, but
3 days.
no light for the eyes. That's interesting.
What you're seeing is advanced warfare.
What you're not seeing is anything. Your eyes are
Obi-Wan, man,
dead.
close your eyes. You don't want to know what's
So
going to
we're
happen
inside
next, right?
the Atlas training facility.
Yeah, let's go get my arm fixed.
All right, go in this room then.
If I had a robot left hand, let's just say I never would have left my dorm room in college. Shabba-dabba-dang.
We're gonna go do a mission. We're in Nigeria.
Hey, Gideon, the Edge called. He wants his hat back. Zing.
So now we gotta get across the street.
Get across the street.
Oh, nice.
Why are people still going to work?
And this one I read about, I think we brought it up in one of our previous shows maybe, but I remember reading that it's like a advanced warfighter Frogger trying to get across the street here. So now he's going to be spending a lot of time trying to cross the street
You know what they need?
over and over.
I'm going across the street. Here we go!
And that does get annoying. Everyone across the street.
No! You know, they don't even slow down when I've been hit.
Get across the street.
Shut up! Here I go.
Get across the street.
Stop saying that! I'm going! No! I'm not leaving this
Attempt
room until I
number
get across this street. I'm almost across! Oh!
Get across the street.
Attempt number 18.
No! Oh, God. Oh!
23?
This is the hardest
36.
thing I've done in my life.
He's tried this 36 times already.
Across the street.
How do you run again?
Get across the
Attempt
street.
number 59.
Yes.
Wait a minute, look at that! There's a bridge that goes across the street. There's a pedestrian crossover. I'm an idiot. Look at that. Crossing that street. I'm crossing that street. Yes! I'm across the street. Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare.
All right, so you get the idea of what what I'm trying to get at is the game has, it looks very good. From what I'm being told, especially in the chat window, that it's that it is a fun game, but some of those press X to pay respects, that kind of stuff is eye rolling and annoying. I don't like that kind of gameplay. If I want to play that kind of gameplay, I'll pull out my phone and whip up something on the iOS App Store. You know? All right. But there you go. That's this game. But another game that came across my desk this week was a version of Grand Theft Auto 5 that actually makes me want to get the game. All right. Here they came up with a version. Apparently you can play Grand Theft Auto 5, which is not out yet for the PC. I don't even think it's out yet for the console, not for another week or something. From first-person view, first-person perspective, which in the past I've said, I don't think I want this game. And it actually might happen again. I'll get to that. I don't want this game because it's going to be out for the consoles, and I'm going to end up having to wait another year for it to end up on the PC. And that's how I like to play my games. I like to play my games on the PC. I don't want to take up the TV and play it on the console, even though I do have the consoles in there. I don't want to wait, and I don't want to see everybody's review, everybody's take on how the game plays out. I want to have my own, and I want to feel the experience after getting all the media hype and being excited. I don't want to lose my excitement and then end up getting the game much later on. Now, this reignites that excitement for me, and I was getting more and more excited until I find out that, again, this game is not going to be released for the PC until after the end of the year. So now I am going to be sitting here potentially twiddling my thumbs, wondering, what am I going to do with myself? Thanksgiving break, Christmas break. Oh, here comes Grand Theft Auto 5. I can now play it. I am now too busy to play any games at all. What's the point in me purchasing a game if I can't even find time to play it? That's my problem with this. What the heck is going on with Rockstar where they can't get this release proper? I think it's a horrible time to release the end of January. What is it? Anyway, here is a video that made me take a look at the game from a new perspective and say, wow, I am kind of interested in playing this now. This first-person perspective is what I thought was pretty amazing. All right, come on, get through the intro and let's start playing. Look at him drive all these ways, makes me want to get a steering wheel for the PC. Yes, it's a little difficult to see what's coming up behind you from this point of view, but it makes it a little bit more exciting too. Maybe there's even a key that allows you to take a rear view. Maybe if you turn your head and look in the rearview mirror, you can actually see what's behind you. Flying helicopters, watching out for the windmills. This looks great!
I am aware of
Cessna or something.
Well, the man on my wing presents no immediate danger. I'll do my best to oblige you. Oh, there it goes! Finally, I feel safe.
I like this going inside of the building. First person, it makes it look like a whole different game. I should be sending you a link so you can check this out.
Hey, how'd you get down here?
That view, motorcycle trying to weave between the cars without wow, so fast. I don't know how you control it. Here comes a jet fighter. Where to go. All right, so that was much more exciting to me. yeah, so another, what, 9 days from today before this game comes out on the consoles, which is a great timing, which is pretty good. Get it in time for the holidays. Where's my PC version for the holidays? No, you're not getting one. You know what you're getting? Nada. Which means I probably won't give them my money. It's a shame. Happens all the time with this game. Anyway, I know, it's exciting. They would want to sell as many copies as they can. Sell it on the damn PC. Okay. Halo 2. Why would you name a game or subtitle a game with the word regret? Do you want people to regret their purchase? Is that what it is? I'm a little confused as to why they are coming up with this kind of naming convention for especially a Halo game, which I know will receive some backlash from some people who either love the community or don't like the idea that it's not actually being made by the original developers, or right? Because this is Microsoft Studios now that Bungie's out of the picture. Looks pretty much like the same game.
The Prophet of Regret is planning to activate Halo.
Some higher end graphics. How long is this video? This video might be really long. Let's jump ahead. Oh, it's like 37 minutes. 37 minutes of Halo Regret. And watch the whole game. And it's the same game. So if you enjoy, you know, I really did enjoy the first game, and I really did enjoy playing it split screen on the Xbox. Would I do it now? I would consider it, but I don't know if I want to pay a full price for such a game. I wonder what the price is on this. I'm supposed to give you that, right? I don't know if I did. What is the price on this game? Let's see.
Every member of the Covenant shall walk the path. None will be.
Is it for sale?
Age-old promise, and it shall...
Release date, November. No, that's the date of the game, not the release date. Oh, come on, that's like a...
Know what these rings do?
We secured the first tower cluster, so I'll set down there. Call when you're ready for evac.
Halo 2 action figures. Limited edition is $32 on eBay. Yeah, exactly, Obi-Wan. Hard time rebuying it, because that's what you're kind of doing. You're buying it all over again. Because it is the same game. Same players, same weapons. Graphics are slightly different. Look at them jump. It looks like it's the same functions, same feel. Yeah, it's the same game. Like I said, I enjoyed the first one, but you want the next step. You want something better the next time around. At least I do. Okay, Destiny is a game that's been out there for not that long, but they say they have 9.5 million registered users. Now, Destiny is the game that's being put together by the people who originally made Halo. Bungie made Destiny, so it's going to feel like a slightly revised version of Halo. And in the past, we've reviewed it saying that it's a combination of Halo and Borderlands. At least that's the way it feels. And we have 9.5 million registered users. I wonder what that means. Can you re-register? Is this how many? This is in no way the number of people that are playing the game, because if you take a look at some of the reviews, at least the user reviews, it's not that great. People are somewhat bored with it. But registered users refers to the unique PlayStation Network Xbox Live accounts, while multiple characters per account are not factored in. There you go. But I don't know. I played Borderlands. I played the original Halo. I don't know if I need to play a combination of the two. Again, it's also probably my idea of liking games on the console more. I think you could probably get this. All right, the Talos Principle there's a tech demo out for this thing. Here we go. Overwatch. Is that the right picture? No, that's not the right one. That's the right one. All right, this is the Crow Team game. Now, we brought this up a few weeks ago, where they were putting out this like puzzle solving, might as well be on the phone kind of ridiculous game. The same people that did Serious Sam. Okay, so this game, they now have a playable tech demo that you can head over to Steam. Let me get you that link if you were interested. It's free. Nothing wrong with free if you want to get a little piece of the game and see what it's like to play this. Available through Steam, which is a great system. And get an idea of whether or not this game is the kind of thing that you would want to play. Now, I haven't played it yet, but Serious Sam was a fun game. It was worth the amount of money. I think it was like $20 for the game, and it was a lot of fun, especially to play co-op. So you can play over online co-op. It's silly. It brings you all kinds of creatures like swarming you like crazy. So you'll get a lot of waves of enemies. It was a lot of fun to try and deal with that kind of thing and see them try and top each crazy creature in the next scene. So I really did like that. Now, if you do pre-purchase this, you will get a copy of Serious Sam. I think Serious Sam 3 for free. Special promotion, which ends in December 18th, which is a long time. So you still have plenty of time to decide whether or not you want to do that. I don't know when this game is supposed to be released. Release date November 6th, but that's of the tech demo, so I don't know. But you can check it out, and this is going to probably be a lot better than the other piece of junk of puzzle solving that they were trying to put out to get up some sort of excitement. I don't know why they put out puzzle solving thing for a game that is meant to be like a first-person shooter of craziness. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a Duke Nukem ripoff in a way, but I found it to be a lot more fun. Duke Nukem, I guess I'm trying to compare Duke Nukem's most recent release, which I thought was horrendous. It was so far over the top that I couldn't enjoy it. Serious Sam was silly in a way that I still could enjoy because it wasn't all nothing but childish humor. There was some subtle humor here and there, and it was not too much in your face. At least I didn't think it was. Yeah, exactly. The recent one was crazy, to the point that I didn't understand why they even developed it. So you can head up to Talos Principle Tech Demo and see if you're kind of interested in that, or just see what they're doing and what they've been doing. The original Duke Nukem 3D. That's, it's really hard for me to compare that. I did play it, but I played it so long ago, I have trouble remembering it. And nostalgia brings that kind of feeling of, like, oh yeah, I loved the game when it came out, but do you really have that same feeling? I can think of some other games that I really loved. I loved Soldier of Fortune 1 when it came out, but if I go back and try and play it, I'll realize how terrible it is. But that's because, you've got a whole new idea of what games are supposed to be now. You can't play Pac-Man and still enjoy it the way you would have back then. Nostalgia's a funny thing that way. I've tried to repurchase games and it doesn't work. No. But you know what? I can jump topics all I want. There's nobody here to have to deal with. There is something that you may be interested in here. Let's see. You can, if you want to talk about nostalgia and really old games. Yes, I played Sin Episode. Because there's only one episode that they ever put out. And they put that on Steam, the whole idea of episodic gaming, and they only did the first one, and then something happened. They either ran out of money. I think what happened was they ended up on another project, if I remember. It was a shame because it was pretty good. I bought it. I played it. I enjoyed it. I wanted to see more episodic gaming. I wanted to see games like you see television series. You get 13 a season. So you go out and you expect it every week, or all right, every month if you want. Maybe it wouldn't be for 13 months. That would be a little weird. Is you get a new episode of the game and you get to play it, and every week, and it keeps the excitement going, and you get to unravel the story or play off something new. Because when it comes to episode, you have to, maybe you want to further the story, but you also want to make the episode play by itself well without having to be confused as to what's going on. I still think that's a decent concept if what you do is you go out there and you take a game and you make all 13 episodes before Very important. Before the release. Maybe all you have to do is do some final touches up on the last 12 episodes or something like that. But now here you are. You got 13 episodes in your pocket and you're like, here we go, we're going to release one every week. And you just keep hitting it. And if the people keep liking it, you're going to keep selling it. And you're not going to just keep selling that one game. You're going to be selling all the games. And if you sell 13 episodes for $20 a piece, that's $260 for a game. So somebody's going to make money, but you're also going to have the satisfaction of all these games to be played each week. Maybe you like the storytelling and it would unravel that. Maybe you just like the excitement of each series, of each episode by itself. I think it would be awesome if it was done well and Sin Episode had the ability to do it, and they did it wrong. They made an episode, released it, and they didn't keep going. They didn't have the episodes in their pocket. It was sort of like a pilot, but a public pilot. You're not supposed to take the pilot and say, here you go, everybody, get ready for more. No. Maybe that one should have been released for free in order to, to tempt everybody, but oh well. So if you like the idea of that nostalgia going on, here's something for you. I'm going to throw it into here like that and hit up. Now what you have here is an internet archive of all these really old games from the 80s. I think they're from the 80s. Defender, there are lots and lots and lots and lots of games in this list. The only problem, these are meant for emulators. Fine, these are allowed to be. The only problem I have is you can find the Internet Archive website, which is called the Internet Arcade. Here, I'll even post a direct link to that. You can hit that up. But without a proper emulator, you can play these in your browser, but there's no audio. So I was really disappointed that while you can play these, you just can't hear them. But you can play them all. There are a ton of games in here. I wish I could see how many there are. Games from the 70s through the 90s is what it's saying. Yeah, I don't see a number of games, but it does scroll on for a really long time. And they're probably even adding more and more. So if you want a taste of nostalgia without actually having to spend the money into it, this is a way to go. Arkanoid, Alpine Ski, some really old games, but it's not going to cost you all that money. You're not going to get buyer's remorse later on. Right? Like the Duke Nukem 3D. If I had to repurchase that, I would be upset, which I think they're even doing something about that. But I don't know. Okay. Bethesda confirms Fallout 4 was a hoax. Because I don't know if you ran across that in the internet, and I want to make sure you understood that this Fallout 4, Welcome to Boston, which I thought was a ridiculous name. I was like, I'm not sure if that's going to be true, and if it is, that's kind of silly, but okay, whatever. And here you go. Now Bethesda's out there saying, yeah, you know what? That's not actually happening. That's not real. Fallout 4 is not going to be taking place over in Boston. They announced that thing on October 25th. Boston, which was not real. And they're saying that German trademark filings are making its rounds, and it's all a hoax. It didn't come from their office. Somebody else is coming up with this and making fun of it. I wouldn't put it past them to think that somebody in their office actually set this all up in order to prepare some sort of, or even not prepare, just keep their name out there. You got to keep your name in the media in order for people to keep playing, that kind of thing. Okay. Somebody that I don't need to talk to is contacting me. All right, we have Bethesda. So we just talked about that. Far Cry 4 is now making its round because I think it's when is this thing getting released? Is it released? I think it's just about to be released. So what they're doing is they're trying to get this out into the news and let everybody know what's going on. Yeah, it's about to be released. Far Cry, I enjoyed it, except another game where it felt like you were just playing the same game because it was always on an island or always had the same feel, same idea going on. There are a couple of videos available out there. What do I have here? First of all, I gotta give you a URL. I have a gameplay, Overwatch. Oh, we already did Overwatch. Talos Principle. We have from NVIDIA GameWorks And the 60 frame per second PC trailer, we don't really care about so much about the trailers, right? The trailers is just pre-rendered stuff that they wanted you to see. So I'm going to show you some of this video that was put together by or for NVIDIA.
Hello, my name is Semen Kavalov, and I'm producer of PC version of Far Cry 4. We've been working together with NVIDIA on enhanced technologies to bring visual fidelity unmatched on PC. Immersion into the world of Karat, its heroes, villains and wildlife, it's all brought to life in more stunning detail, variety and realism. PCSS, or Percentage Closer Soft Shadows, are an effective solution for developers wanting to add content hardening, realistic soft shadows to their games. As in real life, PCSS shadows progressively soften as the distance from the casting object increases, improving realism. PCSS also includes high-quality shadow filtering techniques that reduce the prominence of shadow aliasing. HBO Plus, which stands for Horizon-Based Ambient Occlusion, improves upon existing ambient occlusion techniques to add richer, more detailed, more realistic shadows around objects that occlude rays of light. Compared to previous techniques, HBO Plus is faster, more efficient, and significantly better. TXA, or Temporal Anti-Aliasing, creates a smoother, clearer image than any other anti-aliasing solution by combining high-quality, multi-sample anti-aliasing, post-processes, and...
You know what, I should tell you what this conversation was. Somebody just asked me on Skype separately. Somebody happened I know. He says...
no other game does the importance of realistic,
we don't need
credible
this
wildlife
in my ears.
plays a more important
Okay.
role than in Far Cry.
He asks me, which I just answered.
We'll take advantage of NVIDIA GameWorks technology.
Let's see. He says he came across the CryEngine as an all-in-one development solution, and he has to figure out that at about £7, because he's in Europe, is there a catch for that kind of price? Wondering if I've played with it at all. Yes, I played with it. It was a pretty good engine. I enjoyed it. I thought it had a lot of potential. There were a couple of bugs, especially when it came to texture popping and texturing certain elements. It seemed like some of the textures would just disappear in some cases. I thought that was weird. But that was actually an early release that when I was playing with it. However, you gotta. I also know that somebody else who is in a development studio told me that they were using the engine and it was wonderful, and that you really had to check it out because it had a lot of potential, a lot of ways to work with it. But big but. That was right before they announced near bankruptcy with their games. I don't know if you remember when CryEngine came along and said, yeah, they're about to they're losing all their money and they're about to close all of their studios, because they did close one studio because the games were not selling. So you've got to wonder about a studio. What is going to happen to them if all their games fail? Yes, they will probably support the engine because that's going to be a different side of their game development, and they want to keep making money on the licensing. But what does that mean for their future? Where are they going to get all the support? I mean, these games are their tech demos, and if these games aren't producing and selling, then why would you expect that your game made on the same engine would sell as better? Why would your game sell better? So why would you run that risk when for about the same price you can go out there and pick up the Unreal Engine, which is a AAA engine, and have less risk? Just something to consider, and that's what I was pointing out here to this chap. Okay. So the Far Cry 4 engine, though, is also something that brings to mind because it looks like CryEngine to me. I always had the two confused, even though they're not exactly the same. I think at one point they were the same engine, and they came out. They were announced originally at about the same times, Unreal and Far Cry. No, not Unreal. Far Cry and I don't know, another island game. Now I forget which one, but same idea. And if you want a great engine, AAA engine, go Unreal. If you're looking for something to throw together prototypes, cheap, quickly, I'm sorry, I like Unity for that. Maybe just because I know Unity so well. But if you're going to learn an engine, learn Unreal. Go that route. Okay, so there you go with Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 looks like a great game. I remember playing the last one, which was, I think it was the last one, maybe it was two games ago, where it took place in Africa. A lot of desert, a lot of animals, a lot of boredom for me. The game before that, exciting, right? Exciting? Or was it 2 games before that was exciting? The game before the one in Africa was they released too much of a demo, so I played like a couple hours of, or an hour of demo, which happened to be the exact opening of the previous game, and I lost interest because I did buy the game, and then I was like playing the demo all over again. I was like, come on, why can't I just skip this? I already played it. Stupidness. So I lost interest with the series after that point. Still, I think it's a good-looking game. It often plays out pretty well. All right. Moving on to one other thing we have here. I already talked about that. There is an interesting thing. It's something that maybe you want to take a look at. Something called Super Hardcore. Somebody put together, or not Super Hardcore, just called Hardcore. It is a film. It is not a game, but it is what they're touting as the world's first action P.O.V, point of view, first person, in other words, film. It does not look very well done. I think what they're doing is they're trying to farm out support. They want people to chip in money, sort of like a Kickstarter kind of thing. And I don't even think it's all that well done, but it was interesting to see. And it's interesting to get an idea. Here, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. It's interesting to get an idea of what a movie like this would look like. And it's interesting to get an idea of what a movie, which they're doing, might look like if you were to watch through the Oculus, right? Imagine if you were trying to watch a movie through the Oculus. I think this is what it's going to look like. Where you're running through from this perspective, looking around whenever you want to look around. I don't think it can be good. I don't know. Might be wrong. Maybe this is just a bad example of one. But the reason why I bring this up is because it does look like a kind of game. It's a movie game, movie. So I thought it might apply. Sort of like the Doom movie. Right? It was Doom. It was Doom, yeah. That movie, which I thought was a pretty fun movie to watch. And I didn't think they did a horrible job of doing the first-person perspective in the movie. But if you remember, only a few people appreciated it because they appreciated the effort. And I put it that way because they didn't really like it. They just appreciated it. Would a game with graphics this good be fun to play? Yeah, I think it might be. I had to think about it. I'm trying to think, would it just be too realistic that it would be silly? You know, sort of like a bad movie, just like this is? Or would it really be that good? And I think, you know what, it would probably be that good. This guy is such a good shot, but when he looks over the edge, he's suddenly a horrible shot. Liberal use of the grenades. He should have been shot by now. Good thing he wasn't. Does that work? Should I be doing that? Should I be like sliding in behind people because they wouldn't expect me to be on the ground when I get there? I think they would be watching me slide in and looking at me like, what are you, an idiot? And then shoot me. Yeah, I think you're right. 5 or 10 years, I think we'll be there. I think a lot of things will be different. Yep, see, they were looking for support on Indiegogo with this movie. Alright, that's what I got for topics. Not bad for a solo on 45 minutes, but I do have a couple other things that I could play, and I wonder if I should hold them off till everyone's here because they're funny. So here's one. Do you want to see a bunch of commercials that are kind of funny, or would you like to see a game-related humorous video? So I'm going to give you a chance to reply to that in the chat window. See what you're missing when you don't show up for the chat window? You could be part of the whole process. Now remember, if you wanted to check out all of our past episodes, you can head over to the Mods Online or MODSonair.com website. And we have every single past episode that we ever did recorded, even the originals which were only done. Oh, you want game related? Okay. Even the original ones that were only done in audio format. I know, cops were, I don't know. If you showed up early, you would know that Jeff called out and the other guys just Probably died. Alcohol poisoning or something. And I'm just asking if you want a game-related or a group of humorous commercials that are not necessarily game-related. As in the ending video here. So, I plan to be back next week. Yeah, I should actually take a look at the calendar. What's going on? We're coming up with your time zone. No, that was last week. Last week was the confusion with the daylight savings. That's when it hit the United States. Unless you're having your time zone change over there this week, which I don't think you are. I think that comes up later on. Okay, so what's going on next week? Next week is the 16th, which is going to be just fine. Yeah, we got like 3 weeks before Thanksgiving, which probably just be just fine too. Just keeping an eye out there. All right, so I'll play the game-related one video for our closing. I want to thank our hosts, me, Foyleman, for taking the time out to chat today. The other fools, who knows where they are. They won't be getting paid this week, as if they ever did. And I got to find the closer and play our closer for you guys, right? So even when I'm alone, I can't even keep it all together. There we go. All right, so go out there, play some games. Remember, there's a tech demo out there to play for free for that one. And maybe you want to check out some of this nostalgia stuff. All right, see you next week.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
All right, here goes. I know it's another one, but Alien Isolation. Here's an interesting take on Alien Isolation. I thought it was kind of cute. You'll recognize some of the characters in this one.
What happened here? There's something here. Oh, God. Oh, hey, what are you doing here, little guy?
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, God! Oh. Jesus! What the hell was that thing?
Hi.
A stranger.
Excuse me.
From the outside. Perhaps he has come to rescue us.
Excuse me.
We're eternally grateful.
Hey, right over here. All right.
It is the creature because it turned into a creature. Uh-oh. No. Oh, no. Let's rock.
Oh, little buddy. Oh, hey, Yoda.
Can't be caught, you will. Your own hiding space you will find.
I'll get you caught. I'll find my own hiding space.
Little mind game there for him. Uh-oh. Alien. Yoda, sorry I am.
Yoda, you son of a...
Alien to get him to go after him instead. That's good. I haven't seen Lucy. I would like to see that movie. All right, everyone. That's what I got for you this week. So we'll be back. I'll be back next week. I don't know about the other guys. All right, people. Have fun. Take care.